So it's a little bit past 2 on Thursday. I decided to take a half day, which is amazing. I had an appointment, so if you have sick time, use it. Use it. So decided to go to Target and get some stuff and treat myself to a book, obviously. So let's go through some stuff that I got. I went in there only for me, but somehow decided to get my nephew some stuff. I mean, look how cute. Spooky season, baby. Come on. And then the Feety pajamas. So adorable. Hello. So cute. I can't wait. Adorable. Ignore the chewing. My dog decides to just chew on bones anytime I decide to talk. So yay. It wouldn't be a day off without a little snack. My favorite Olipop ginger ale. I'm putting you guys on this. It's the best. And then decided to try these Bold and Herby pretzels. No doubt gonna bother my stomach, but hey, hopefully it's good. And then some KT tape because I pulled my hamstring playing soccer. Hello. And, you know, this is just getting old. So, yeah, I need to tape that up. Ozzy. Yeah, I know. A vlog featuring Ozzy. Good boy. Okay. And then what we're all here for, or what I'm here for, is to read The Correspondent because I've been seeing this everywhere. So I've given in. I was, I just decided to, why not? Because everybody's been saying it's been amazing, and I love the letter formats. It's one of my favorite ways books are written. I believe it was Perks of Being a Wallflower, and then what else? I just read, Flowers for Algernon. It's kind of read, it's more like journaly, but I don't know. There's just something so intimate about like letters and journal writing in a book format that I just love. So I feel like this is going to fly by. So I can't wait to get started on this. Like I said, it's around 2:00, so I'm going to start this now. Don't mind my hair. It is poofy. I feel like I'm a drowned rat because I just got rained on. It's bright and gorgeous now, but I ran out of the store and just got rained on. But yeah, I'm gonna start this and I will get back to you on how it is. It's been a little bit and I have read about 50 pages. I really like this so far. I like how she is writing letters to famous authors too, like Anne Patchett and Joan Didion, and I believe in the little excerpt on the side it says she writes to like Larry McMurtry too, so that's really cool. Even in the beginning there's like a quote from the White Album, Joan Didion, which is one of my favorites. So this is really enjoyable. There's also some kind of like intriguing mystery to it because there's this person that's writing her letters that's like, I'm gonna spit on your grave and all this stuff. Like, what is going on? What did this woman do? Because she was a clerk for a judge. So, I mean, I'm assuming people have some, like, I'm assuming these people do not like this judge or what he did or, some of the things that came from, the cases that they worked on. So that's kind of intriguing because you have all these, like, nice little letters, and then you have these splashes of letters where you're just like, okay, that's scary. This person is coming for you. So, but it's going so quick. That's why I said, like, I love letter writing, like books that are letters or journals. It just flows so well. And I think it's also an impressive way to write too, because you have to switch. I mean, obviously, like when you write books, you have to switch personalities and stuff, but typically, you're writing from one character, but this author is writing from multiple people. She's writing from like the mind of Joan Didion, or, this woman's daughter or best friend or neighbor. And so there's multiple points of view that you get. And I thought that was really cool. And then there's something really beautiful in this one paragraph about how she talks about how letters are one of the oldest forms of communication. And she says, the written word, Mr. Watts, the written word in black and white. It is letters, it is books, it is law. It's all the same. That's it. So yeah, I mean, it's really cool way of like getting to know somebody too, and it's getting and a way to remember somebody. So she says how, like, what are you gonna have when you're gone, and what are people in your life gonna have to remember you? And she said she's gonna have all of these letters from people that, you know, all these correspondence letters. So I thought that was really cool. I'm going to pause here for a little bit. I was going to take the dogs for a walk, but again, it looks like the weather has been insane. It looks like it's going to rain again. 2 hours ago was the most beautiful sunny sky you could ever see, and now it looks like it's going to rain. So I don't know about that because I don't want to get rained on again. And I don't know, I might just watch some TV. I've been watching this show called From. It's on MGM Plus, and it's like a really random show. I watched it a couple years ago and then stopped because season 2 ended, and I was like, all right, there's no season 3. And then all of a sudden I found it again, and now there's season 3 and 4. It's kind of like Stephen King-esque. It's not Stephen King, but it's giving Stephen King. And it's creepy, it's scary, but I'm afraid that none of the questions that they're giving, like all of these like entities and things are gonna, I'm afraid there's gonna be no answers, or we're gonna get really quick answers and it's just gonna be a total dud. So I don't know, but right now I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm binge watching it. I realized I also have nothing for dinner, so I might go grab something and then we'll see. And then I'm gonna read some more later tonight, and then, you know, having a half day today is such a tease because I was like, oh, it's the weekend tomorrow, and it is most certainly not the weekend tomorrow. So I gotta go back to work. But I did find the audiobook for this, so maybe I will listen to the audiobook a little bit tomorrow during work. And then, yeah, I mean, this book is definitely gonna be finished within a couple of days, so check in with you later. So I did not end up reading anymore. I ended up just binge watching some TV on my half day. And then I went and got sushi, ate way too much sushi, but it was so good. And then, yeah, just chilled for the rest of the night. About to go to bed, so I will be reading a little bit more before bed. And then, yeah, I will check in with you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. It is Friday, one step closer to the weekend. So I did end up reading a little bit last night. Barely made it like 20 pages, and then all day, well actually like half of the day, I was dealing with this like the worst headache. It's just like the pressure in the back of your eyeballs just makes your eyes just want to explode. I'm 100% positive it's this weather with the humidity and the rain and then the humidity. What is going on? It's like I live in Florida. I don't live in Florida. So it is a little bit before work. I'm going to read a little bit and then I have to clock in. But last night, so I think I forgot to mention that there's also this letter that she's been writing that she doesn't send. So there are unsent letters, which is cool because you're like, ooh, another mystery, another added layer. And so there, and then you have this other unsent letter to we don't know who, which is also another added mystery. So there's depth to this. It's not just like, oh, you're reading random letters here and there. And then she's also writing more letters. You're getting more letters coming in, coming out. So you're getting like a full picture of who she is. This shit is really wrinkly. What is going on? What was I even saying? Good God. ADHD is crazy already this morning. Every time I talk, this dog has to be biting a bone. But yeah, so we're getting more of a picture of who she is, which is cool. You're starting to understand her personality. She's feisty. She's 5'1" and feisty. So yeah, gonna read a little bit more before work. Drink this iced coffee. Cheers. And I will see you later. So I just got to the gym. It is about 12:30. I am on my lunch break and I don't want to be here. It's so hot and I've been sweating like a sinner in church. Like, it's so freaking hot. Yeah, I don't want to be here, but I know I'm gonna feel better. I know. Just that's always the case. So I read a little bit before work. I'm about a quarter of the way through The Correspondent, and it's awesome. I love it. I don't think I mentioned this before, but I've also been listening to Dune again. I think it's like my third time reading this book, but obviously I'm reading it so I can read Messiah again before the movie, because that book, when I first read it, like, it was great, but I read it a while ago and it's gone. It's out of here. So I need to read it again. And then I also did read Children of Dune, but I want to read that again. And then I don't know. I know people say it gets like freaky and weird, but now I'm just like intrigued. I need to know what happens. So I'm going to do that. And then I got to go back to work, and I will probably read more of The Correspondent later, depending on, what I get up to after work. Because, I mean, it is, even though it is hot, it is nice, and I want to take the dogs out, so, because they haven't been out because it's been raining, and I always feel bad. They always look at me like, you're the worst. So, I mean, if you're a pet parent, you know, you know that they do be looking at you like, what the hell? Take me outside. So gonna go to the gym, do this workout, and then check in with you later. Something I just noticed, we are now back in time. So it was going consecutively, we were in 2015, and then all of a sudden we're in 1953, which is an interesting perspective. Now we get Sybil when she was younger, so we're adding more layers to getting to know this character. I love it. It is currently Sunday at around 9 a.m. Apologize, I did not vlog very much yesterday. Yesterday was crazy. I went to the aquarium with my family, which was so much fun. But it was a long day, and then I ended up having a pretty bad headache at the end of the night, so I was done. I did still listen to some of the book on the way to my sister's and then on the way back, so I am done with like a decent chunk. I think I only have like 90% left, so that's good. And I really have been enjoying this book so far. It's almost giving me a type of like It's a Wonderful Life feeling, where you can see how much your life affects other people through your actions and basically who you are as a person and what you do. And I really saw that when we discover who that one weird note is from. I still don't know, I mean, I do, but I'm not sure how the person is related to her, about the unsent note, but you do discover who that one like evil weird note was from. I mean, evil's a bit much, but that one crazy, it was crazy, that one crazy note is from. So you see who that is from, and you can see how throughout her life, like how she's affected this person and his life. So and I mean, It's a Wonderful Life is one of my favorite movies, so I really enjoy being able to see that, because truly who you are as a person and how you treat people and what you do, like through those acts of kindness, can affect other people's lives for better or for worse. So I really enjoy that, and I enjoy thinking about that. So but yeah, like I said, I'm like 90%. I'm gonna sit here on this gorgeous Sunday and finish this, and then I'll see if I pick up another book. But yeah, today is gonna be a pretty busy day. It's like an errands being an adult day. I have to deep clean, which, I mean, I need to deep clean my apartment, and grocery shop, And by grocery shop, I mean go on my phone and have somebody grocery shop for me. And then fingers crossed that this weather stays how it is, because it's gorgeous and it's not like super humid yet. So I want to be able to take the dogs out because they have been cooped up, and I also want to go outside. So, but yeah, the next check-in will probably be me, I don't know, maybe crying over this book. Yeah, it hasn't been like too sad. Like there are definitely moments where I'm like, wow, like that really resonates with grief just in general. Not even if you've like actually like lost somebody to death, but if you've just lost somebody in general, like if you've had a falling out with friends or family, or just, people grow apart, that's still grief in a sense. So this book it'll hit you. So, but yeah, we'll see how I feel at the end of it. But like I said, it's living up to its hype. Well, jinx myself, because what the heck? Oh my god, that was so good. I did not expect that ending. Well, now that I've gathered myself after that shocking ending, I like I said, like I really did love this book, and it really truly does live up to the hype of everybody recommending it, seeing it all over social media and the internet. And yeah, I loved it. So the author does do a little like fake out of that unsent letter where you're like, oh, I know who this is. And then she says something, you go to yourself, okay, maybe this isn't what I thought, but it is what I had originally thought. But she does this like fake out. So that was cool, but also very sad, and staying true to kind of the theme of grief and just being able to, understand what that is and what that means. And it's just something that will never go away. And yeah, I mean, I even feel like I went through the whole grief process through this book with her. And it actually spans years of her life. So that was also something that I really enjoyed. It wasn't just stagnant in one specific year. It spans the course of almost 7-8 years, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember where it started. I think it was like 2015. 2012, holy crap. It actually spans a lot more than that. So, but yeah, you see throughout her life how she develops relationships with people, and her and Theodore, super cute. And I mean, I even teared up at that, just the way that their relationship developed with, it was her neighbor. So, yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of like amazing themes, discovery of family, self-identity, grief. And I really loved the process, and she packed in so much in literally less than like 300 pages. So, I enjoyed that. I would definitely give this like 4 out of 5 stars. But yeah, I'd highly recommend. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a palette cleanser, a little tiny book. It's By Night in Chile by Roberto Bolaño. I've been wanting to get into this author. I've wanted to read, like, I think it's The Savage Detective and then 2666, but apparently those are big books, and they say to kind of read his the little ones first to kind of understand his prose, because how I'm seeing this, it's just like, it's almost just like a spill of consciousness. Like there's no breaks, there's no chapters. So I'm not sure if that's how his other books are, but yeah, we're gonna start small with a little bit of a palette cleanser, and maybe I can finish this as well in this vlog. So we'll see. Right now, I am gonna take a break from actually physically reading and stop procrastinating and actually going clean and listen to Dune, and then maybe sneak in a little bit of a workout, depending on how fast this day goes, because I have procrastinated and it's almost noon, so I need to go do that. I need to also drink this water. Drink your water, friends, because no wonder I've been getting headaches, because my water intake has been terrible. So drink your water. But yeah, I will update you later. It is currently around noon on Monday. I'm on my lunch break and I'm going to continue with reading By Night in Chile. I'm really enjoying this so far because it's such a different type of book. It's basically an entire paragraph. So it's kind of just like a spill of consciousness. It's about this priest, this Chilean priest, Sebastian, who is giving a confessional basically on his deathbed. And it reads as a confessional, which is, I like the tie-in between the priesthood. So you're getting to learn about what he's been through in his life and basically confessing his sins, because there's some sketchy stuff going on in this book. And so basically about the dictator and the times in Chile. I'm not too educated on that, but there was a lot of like fascism and militaristic authoritarian dictatorship that during that time. And so he's haunted by the things that he's been seeing in this area that he's in. So, but he's also directly like in correlation with the things that are happening, and he's kind of turning a blind eye. But what Bolaño does is that you're still technically guilty of those things, because even though you weren't partaking in them, you still saw what was happening and you didn't say anything. So I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying the fact that he's like confessing these sins on his deathbed. So, but there is still some kind of like, you can't really trust what he's saying because he is on his deathbed. So there's like that unreliable narrator aspect, but it's definitely different. And I love how different these two books are that I just read. One was letters, and then another one is basically just a giant paragraph of a guy speaking on his deathbed. So I love that books can be so different. There's like such a giant spectrum of books. So I'm going to continue reading this. I'm about 60% done with Dune. And I mean, it's just an epic. It just gets better and better every time I, read it or listen to it or watch the movie. It's just so good. So can't complain with that. Yeah, we're going to continue with this. It is Tuesday morning. I finished By Night in Chile last night. I really pushed it. I was just like falling asleep towards the end of this, but I really wanted to get it done last night because it really truly is meant to be a one sitting book, because it's just a giant paragraph. And any type of stream of consciousness book, it's so hard to stop and start because it's already basically reading a fever dream. And this one definitely was reading like a fever dream because he's on his deathbed. And well, from what you gather, he might not be. He also might just be really sick and having a fever, which is really why it felt like reading a fever dream. So I definitely wanted to finish this in one sitting, because like I said, any type of stream of consciousness book that isn't broken up by chapters, which this is not, there's not even, it's just a giant paragraph with run-on sentences. And I'm gotta be honest, some of it definitely went right over my head. And I really had to sit back and say, like, what is this dude talking about? So I definitely might have to reread this, but it's done. So I got it done. I don't know if stream of consciousness books are for me. I really, again, like I said, some of it really just goes straight like over my head. I know Faulkner writes like that, and those books are also really difficult because you really just, you need to be in their mind and really focus on what they're saying. And so, I don't know. I enjoyed it. There was definitely parts, like I said, again, I just was just like, what is this guy talking about? But then there was other parts where his prose were really, really beautiful. And some sentences I was like, wow, that's an incredible way to describe something. So if you do like that type of book, this is definitely for you. And I really do just like trying new books, trying to explore and not just, stick with one genre, and really, diversify. So finding out what you like and what you don't like is all about the process. So I'm not done with Dune yet. I'm about like 70% done. So I'll probably finish that this week. But yeah, finished The Correspondent, finished By Night in Chile, and that was my week. Hope you enjoyed the vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.